Dirty Dancing touched millions of hearts with its passionate romance between Johnny and Baby and its mesmerizing dance moves that defied convention. But when the spotlight went down, the familiar faces of the film faced heartbreaking tragedies, serious illnesses, devastating losses, and sudden deaths that shocked the world. Who were they? And why did these talents fade while the spotlight was still shining? Join us as we explore the truth behind the scenes and celebrate the legacy they left behind. Let's go! Jerry Orbach as Dr. Jake Houseman. Jerry Orbach plays Dr. Jake Houseman, Baby's strict, traditional father, a symbol of generational conflict and social prejudice at the time in Dirty Dancing 1987, when he was 52 years old. Although he only appears in a few scenes, his principled gaze combined with his father's warm affection leaves a deep impression, adding emotional depth to this classic love story. Jerry Orbach was born on October 20th, 1935 in the Bronx, New York, into a working-class family. But he showed talent from an early age in both acting and singing. His career flourished on Broadway with a series of legendary roles, but behind that halo were long years obscured by prostate cancer, diagnosed in 1994. The disease not only devastated his health, but also put him under constant mental pressure, especially after his first marriage to Elaine Cancela quickly ended, leaving an emotional void that was difficult to fill. Orbach, however, chose to face it head-on, working tirelessly for over a decade as Detective Lenny Briscoe on the Law & Order series, despite the pain of chemotherapy and radiation that left his body exhausted. On December 28, 2004, Jerry Orbach died in Manhattan at the age of 69, ending a remarkable artistic journey, but leaving behind a massive legacy on both stage and screen. His net worth at the time was estimated at $10 million, largely due to his long television career and iconic performances on Broadway. The image of a frail but still smiling Orbach, still standing tall in front of the camera in his final days, has become a symbol of resilience, an emotional farewell to millions of fans who loved him. Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle. At the age of 35, Patrick Swayze took on the role of Johnny Castle in 1987's Dirty Dancing, transforming the free-spirited, charismatic, and rebellious dance instructor into a cultural icon of the 1980s. His seductive dance scenes and explosive chemistry with Jennifer Grey transformed the film from a modest project into a global phenomenon, making Swayze a Hollywood legend in just one summer. Patrick Wayne Swayze was born on August 18, 1952 in Houston, Texas, the son of famous choreographer Patsy Swayze. It was at his mother's dance studio that he met 16-year-old dancer Lisa Nemi and fell in love at first sight. They married in 1975 and were together for 34 years, but their marriage was not always smooth. In the early 2000s, years of alcoholism had pushed their marriage to the brink, causing Lisa to quietly leave. It was only when they reunited on set that they found each other again, saving one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories. Patrick Swayze died on September 14, 2009, at the age of 57, after a courageous 20-month battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. His net worth is estimated at $40 million, built on iconic roles in films like Ghost and Point Break, as well as his cherished California ranch. The final image that still haunts fans is of Swayze, gaunt but still bright-eyed, holding Lisa's hand on the red carpet. A beautiful and unforgettable goodbye. Jack Weston as Max Kellerman. When Jack Weston was 63, he appeared in Dirty Dancing, 1987, playing Max Kellerman, the owner of a Catskills resort, a character both humorous and profound, playing an important role in shaping the film's setting and rhythm. With his natural, witty, yet poignant performance, Weston makes Max a shining highlight, among the film's romantic dance scenes. Jack Weston was born on August 21, 1924, in Cleveland, Ohio, to a working-class family. His difficult childhood led him to the stage as a refuge, a place where he could escape reality by becoming someone else. On Broadway and in Hollywood, Weston quickly became known as the steady heartbeat of many a production, praised for his ability to turn supporting roles into the soul of a story. However, the spotlight could not erase the darkness of his personal life. His marriage to actress Marge Redmond, once a peaceful one, ended in 1982, leaving a void he could never truly fill. From then on, Weston devoted himself to his craft, moving between stage and screen as if running away from loneliness, turning each role into a separate life to hide the losses behind the scenes. In the last years of his life, Jack Weston was diagnosed with lymphoma, a disease that rapidly weakened his health. He died on May 3, 1996 in New York at the age of 71. His net worth is estimated at $5 million, amassed from decades of work on Broadway and in Hollywood films. He remains in the memories of audiences as a warm, kind-hearted performer, and the ever-smiling Max Kellerman at that idyllic summer retreat is a cinematic moment that will never fade. Paula Truman as Mrs. Schumacher. Paula Truman joined Dirty Dancing, 1987, at the remarkable age of 90, playing Mrs. Schumacher, a humorous but sly older woman who sneaks in a few knickknacks from the resort. Though a supporting role, her charming presence added humor and down-to-earth authenticity to the film's romantic summer setting, and she remains one of the oldest actors ever to appear in a Hollywood classic. Paula Truman was born on April 25, 1897, in New York City, and grew up in Manhattan with her two sisters, including twin sister Natalie. She studied dance in local theater and quickly made a name for herself on Broadway in the 1920s, before moving into film and television. Her career spanned more than 70 years, but her personal life was tinged with sadness. In 1936, she married architect Harold Sterner, but their happy marriage ended when he died in 1976. Childless, Truman lived out the rest of her life alone in her New York apartment, quietly saying goodbye to many friends and colleagues over the decades. That loneliness seemed to imbue her comedic, spirited roles with something deeper, perhaps a rare spark of joy that she carried with her throughout her life. Paula Truman died on March 23, 1994, at New York Hospital at the age of 96 of natural causes. Her net worth was estimated at $1 million, built over a solid and enduring career spanning 7 decades. To her fans, she will forever be the mischievous Schumacher of raunchy dance music, a living testament to her resilience and undying passion for the profession, even at the age of 100. Max Cantor as Robbie Gould. Max Cantor, 28, played Robbie Gould in Dirty Dancing, 1987. A wealthy, charming, but selfish and deceitful young man who seduces Lisa, the baby's older sister, and gets the dancer Penny pregnant. Despite only being a supporting role, Cantor's portrayal of Robbie became one of the most hated villains in the film, leaving a deep and lasting impression on the audience. Max Cantor was born on May 15, 1959 in New York and grew up in the Dakota Building, where he befriended music legend John Lennon. After graduating from Harvard, Cantor had a bright future ahead of him, but his artistic path took an unexpected turn. After Dirty Dancing, he left Hollywood to pursue journalism, but this career change drew him into a darker world. While investigating the brutal murder of dancer Monica Bierl, whose body was dismembered and brains boiled into soup to feed the homeless, Cantor became so obsessed with the case that he turned to drugs. What started out as a professional curiosity soon spiraled into addiction, drawing Cantor into a dangerous spiral of heroin and cocaine, where the limelight became a distant memory. On October 3, 1991, Max Cantor was found dead in his Chelsea apartment at the age of 32. The cause of death was determined to be a combination of heroin cocaine, and Prozac overdose. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $500,000, largely from his single film role and a brief journalism career. The image of Robbie Gould, the charming but ruthless young man, now serves as a haunting mirror to Max Cantor's own life, where talent and promise were eventually swallowed by the darkness of addiction. Gary Goodro as Mo Pressman. Gary Goodro appeared in Dirty Dancing, 1987, at the age of 54, as Mo Pressman, the comedic guest who provided some lighthearted moments between the film's romantic highs. Though his screen time was brief, his natural and charismatic performance gave the character a distinct place in the colorful world of the Catskills resort. Born November 4, 1933, in Malone, New York, Gary Goodro began his career on stage and quickly became a household name in the American improv scene, especially after joining The Committee, the legendary San Francisco improv group of the 1960s. He possessed an incredible talent, able to make audiences burst into laughter with just a line or a fleeting expression. However, behind that creative energy were emotional wounds that never fully healed. Immersed in the bohemian and rebellious artist culture of the 1960s, Goodro turned to alcohol and drugs, a path that gradually destroyed his health and spirit. Although he continued to work in theater, film, and television, his self-destructive lifestyle had lasting consequences, leaving his final years as quiet and fragile as ever. Gary Goodro died on July 22, 2014 in New York at the age of 80 of natural causes. His net worth is estimated at $1 million, amassed over a decades-long career on stage, television, and film. He remains remembered as the witty Mo Pressman of raunchy dance music and a member of a freewheeling generation of artists where laughter and darkness went hand in hand. Kelly Bishop as Marjorie Houseman. Kelly Bishop played Marjorie Houseman, Baby's charming and loving mother, in Dirty Dancing in 1987 when she was 43 years old. Initially cast in a minor supporting role, she was given an unexpected opportunity when the original lead actress fell ill, allowing her to step into this important role and leave a lasting impression on the audience. Kelly Bishop, whose real name is Carol Jane Bishop, was born on February 28, 1944 in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and grew up in Denver, surrounded by the world of ballet, perfecting every move in pursuit of her chance to perform on the big stage. As a teenager, she left her hometown for California to study at the San Jose Ballet School, then continued her journey alone to New York at the age of 18. Before finding success, Bishop endured the harsh realities of performing arts, grueling rehearsals, low pay, and long nights searching for the right role. But her determination eventually led her to a prestigious Tony Award and opened the doors to Hollywood. Today, at 81, Kelly Bishop is still alive and kicking, appearing in numerous television and stage productions. Since the death of her second husband, Lee Leonard, in 2018, she has lived quietly in South Orange, New Jersey, using her lifelong passion for ballet as a bridge between the past and the present. With an estimated net worth of $4 million, she is a living testament to a career marked by both illustrious achievements and profound personal loss. Jennifer Grey as Frances Baby Houseman. Jennifer Grey became a screen icon when she played Frances Baby Houseman in Dirty Dancing, 1987, at the age of 27. Her character, a naive young woman who longs to discover love and her passion for dancing, captivated audiences around the world. The film not only catapulted Grey to fame with a Golden Globe nomination, but also forever linked her to one of Hollywood's most beloved romances. Born on March 26, 1960 in New York, Jennifer Grey grew up in a family of entertainers, but the brilliance of Dirty Dancing was quickly overshadowed by real-life tragedy. Just weeks before the film's release, she and her then-boyfriend, Matthew Broderick, were involved in a serious car accident in Northern Ireland that claimed the lives of two local women. Although Broderick was convicted of careless driving, the trauma and survivor's guilt left Gray with deep emotional scars, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, forcing her to put her career on hold for an extended period. In the early 1990s, hoping to reinvent herself, Gray underwent 2 rhinoplasty surgeries, but the results changed her face to the point where many people no longer recognized her. Her career nearly stalled, forcing Gray to turn to yoga, meditation, and a healthy lifestyle to regain balance, cope with her losses, and reconnect with herself. In 2025, at age 65, Jennifer Gray is still active in the arts, publishing a memoir and starring in several film and television projects. Her net worth is estimated at $10 million from acting, television contracts, and other artistic endeavors. To the audience, she will forever be the baby of Dirty Dancing, a symbol of youth, love, and a dance genre that transcends all boundaries. Cynthia Rhodes as Penny Johnson. Cynthia Rhodes appeared in Dirty Dancing, 1987, at the age of 31, as Penny Johnson, a talented dancer who falls into difficult circumstances, becoming the central character in one of the film's most touching storylines and the catalyst for the romance between Johnny and Baby. With an excellent background in dance, Rhodes brought a delicate yet resilient beauty to Penny that touched audiences while also emphasizing the film's message of compassion and empathy. Born November 21, 1956, in Nashville, Tennessee, Cynthia Rhodes began her career in the 1970s with a clean-cut image, steadfastly refusing any roles or offers that might disappoint her family. She made her mark in the films Flashdance, Staying Alive, and Runaway, before reaching her peak with Dirty Dancing. In 1989, Rhodes married singer-songwriter Richard Marx and largely abandoned the spotlight to devote herself to raising her 3 sons full-time. A seemingly solid 25-year marriage ended in 2014, leaving her with both regret and pride for always putting family first. Since then, Rhodes has lived a quiet life, away from Hollywood, enjoying peace and away from the whirlwind of fame. In 2025, at the age of 69, Cynthia Rhodes continues to live a peaceful life, focusing on her family and personal interests. Her net worth is estimated at $9 million, amassed from her film roles, music projects, and peak career years. To her fans, she remains Penny Johnson, a strong, gentle woman who is an integral part of the timeless appeal of Dirty Dancing. Jennifer Stahl as Dirty Dancer and Titania Jennifer Stahl appeared in Dirty Dancing in 1987 at the age of 21 as a dazzling backing dancer in the film's vibrant dance scenes. No one could have guessed that after that brief moment in the spotlight, her life would take a dark turn, ending in a murder that shocked New York. Born April 11, 1966, in Titusville, New Jersey, Stahl came from a wealthy family and was expected to follow the safe and successful path her family had laid out for her. However, her rebellious spirit and desire for freedom drove her to pursue a career in the arts. After a few small roles, including Dirty Dancing, her acting career quickly stalled. Not one to give up, Stahl turned to singing and made a living by selling small amounts of marijuana to close friends, some of whom were famous artists. At first, it was just a way to fund her musical dreams, but over time, the habit inadvertently dragged her into dangerous situations. On May 10, 2001, at the age of 35, Jennifer Stahl was shot and killed in her small fifth-floor apartment above the famous Carnegie Deli, along with 2 friends, during a drug-related robbery. She passed away with her artistic dreams unfulfilled, leaving behind a net worth of about $200,000 and the memory of a beautiful young dancer, forever captured in the brilliant moment when she lit up the dance floor in Dirty Dancing. Charles Honey Coles as Tito Suarez. At 76, Charles Honey Coles appeared in Dirty Dancing, 1987, playing Tito Suarez, a suave jazz musician with a graceful, sophisticated tap dance. Although he was a supporting character, his performance was legendary, making Tito a unique artistic highlight in the romantic and vibrant atmosphere of the film. Born on April 2nd, 1911 in Philadelphia, Coles grew up in poverty but developed a passion for tap dancing from street competitions. He rose to become one of the greatest tap dancers of the 20th century, renowned for his lightning-fast footwork and stage-hugging elegance. But beneath the spotlight was a body that had endured great stress, most notably a serious leg injury in the 1940s that forced him to maintain a grueling training regimen throughout his life to maintain his craft. Coles continued to perform, winning Tony Awards and inspiring generations, but chronic pain and the pressures of his craft were a constant price to pay for his pursuit of stage perfection. On November 12, 1992, Charles "Honey" Coles died in Queens, New York at the age of 81 after a battle with lung cancer. His net worth was estimated at $2 million, amassed from his prime years in tap dancing, his Tony Awards, and his legacy in American dance. Coles will forever be remembered by his fans as the fastest man on Broadway and the Tito Suarez who brought the soul of jazz and the grace of tap dancing to make Dirty Dancing truly unforgettable.